Hello world, Monte Coleman, IES Coaching. It is not your obligation to save others from the natural consequences of their choices. I repeat, it is not your obligation to save others from the natural consequences of their decision. Does that make you a good person to save people and help people and be a hand to the community? In most cases, yes. Some cases, no. Is it a good thing to give up of your own success or your own hard earned income or your own hard earned time or status to save someone who has chosen a path of self sabotage and destruction? No. It is not wise. It is not incumbent upon you. It's not your responsibility. It is your responsibility as a human being, a parent, a father, a uncle, a mother, a aunt, a sister, a brother, a sibling, a business partner, to offer a good example, good guidance, and support where support is needed and deserved. Even God says He helped those who help themselves. So why, as people, do we support? Do we save? Do we correct the errors and poor judgments and bad calls and poor planning of those around us? It is not your obligation to fix the broken lives of those who repeatedly choose to break. Everyone doesn't deserve your help. If you know somebody in your life who constantly makes choices that put them in dire circumstances, it's called a natural consequence. You should let them face it. Should you have an ethical boundary of how much suffering you allow a person around you to feel? Yes. If it's a loved one, you should have but that boundary should be, if it don't kill them, make them stronger. That boundary should be, I might not want that person to spend 20 years in prison, but if they're going to have to do a 30-day stint because they did something that was totally wrong, then let them have it. You have to use discerning judgment when giving out your help and assistance. One, does the person deserve it? The outcome they're about to receive or your help. Two, are you actually helping? And three, does it hurt you in the process or does it take nothing from you? And I'm not talking about not being charitable. I'm talking about helping those people who purposely bring destruction upon themselves. Those people who self-sabotage. One of the best ways to ruin your life is get caught up in someone who chooses to ruin theirs. So everybody doesn't deserve your help. One, two, you have to guard your energy, your income, your money. And how you guard that? It's a book, a spiritual book where it's reported that the Lord said, or we say a higher power for those people who don't subscribe to organized religion. He said, don't give your money to the foolish. Talk about charity. And there's some wisdom in that. Are you actually helping when you give your money to the foolish? Or are you just helping them become more foolish? Which segues into my last part of this particular video. A lot of times when you're constantly saving someone from the natural consequences of their actions, you are not helping them, you are handicapping them. There's a difference between being supportive, right, than being a crutch or an enabler. What an enabler is a person that enables a person to constantly make bad choices and feel safe. You're like a safety net for a gymnast or an acrobat that does not even try to hold on to the swing or the rope. That's an enabler. When you enable someone to make bad decisions and everything be okay. A crutch, you allow somebody to lean on you every time life throws them a curveball. Two things come with those two people. If you're a crutch, the person never learns to be self-sufficient and never learns to be strong with themselves, so you're hurting their growth and development. If you're an enabler, you're creating a false narrative of the reality of life and not allowing that person to embrace responsibility, to grow, and build resilience. And if something ever happens to you, they're bound for failure because they depend on you. When you're a crutch or enabler or both, that person who depends on you and they can never be independent. So as a parent, it's a failure in raising. As a supervisor, it's a failure in cultivating your staff. As a husband or wife, it's a failure in building a strong partner. As an aunt or uncle, same thing. When we have to constantly be a crutch or enabler for someone to be happy, we are hurting them, not helping them. So once again, It is not your job to fix the broken lives of others who repeatedly break their life or are broken. And they choose it. They choose the self-destructive behavior. They self-sabotage constantly. They make poor choices continually. It may be actually that you're the one making the poor choices. You choose to help them, and you actually created your own monster, so to speak. It is nothing for you to feel guilty for building a happy life for yourself and guarding your peace if you worked hard to create your space, your peace, and your stability. It is nothing wrong with charity. There's nothing wrong with helping people. But make sure if you're helping, you are a help, not a hindrance. And make sure even in giving to charity, you're not giving to those who are foolish. Your time, your money, your effort, they will hold you back, and sooner they will break your spirit. So I'm landing on these words. Monte Coleman IAS Coaching. It is not your responsibility to fix the broken lives of those who choose to break themselves. Thank you. Have a good day.